The Denver real estate market is showing no signs of slowing down, where other markets are starting to drop down in the midst of the COVID pandemic. So what's going on in the Denver real estate market in July? Let's find out. What's up guys, Lewi Gault here. Welcome to the channel where we drop weekly videos of Denver real estate market tips and tricks for buyers, sellers and investors. Every month we do a market update, and this is your July update for 2020. So let's look back at last month and see what happened here. June was a real telltale month in real estate for every market across the country. What was going to happen on the bounce back after the lockdown and most states got lifted and a lot of showings started back up in different counties. In different markets around the country, numbers started to drop off quite significantly. In New York, LA, some different markets, the real estate is kind of tanking there. In Denver though, we are holding strong and coming out the other end. In June, a record number of homes went from active to pending. 7,676 in total went pending. Now that's a record number, and we're up 27% year over year. So last year, 2019, we are actually up by 27%. Furthermore, weekly home closings are back above 2019 numbers. We went through like an 11-week slump here in Denver, and now we're coming out the back of that, and we're finally caught back up, and we are above the numbers for 2019 for homes closed. In addition to that, the median home value here in Denver went back up above 500,000. So back in May, we were at about 513,000 for the median home value in Denver. During that slump with COVID, that 11 weeks, we dropped down under $500,000, and now we're back up to about 509. So the median home value dipped down a little bit, now is back up strong, and that's a record for Denver. That's the second highest number for median home value in Denver. So we are back on top. And the reason that we're back on top and those numbers are growing high is simple: supply and demand. Now during that 11-week slump we came through, there was a little less demand going on, which is why things dipped down a little bit. But now that we're back on and Denver is opening back up again, there's just a lot more demand for houses, and we are back in this crazy seller's market. The other big factor that's happening right now is the DPS just announced that schools are going to go back in the fall. So now all those parents who were waiting to buy homes in certain zip codes for different schools are starting to buy again. We were just waiting off to see if those schools were going to open up again. Maybe we were going to have to homeschool our kids. Who knows what was happening? But now the fall school is back on as of the time of this video. Now people are starting to buy up those zip codes again. So the demand is starting to increase and the supply is still where it was. So we have about 1 month of supply in Denver of houses, which is why those prices are remaining high and why the supply and demand is so crazy. So with such a high demand and such a low supply, sellers have all the power right now. So if you're looking to sell your home, now is a fantastic time to do it. The only place in Denver that's struggling right now is downtown, and particularly condos priced over $1 million. So right now that is struggling a little bit with everything going on downtown. It's the epicenter. Not a lot of people are back to their offices quite yet. There's a huge situation going on with our homeless population here. So there's campsites out everywhere and stuff like that. So it's just driving this kind of effect where downtown is struggling for real estate sales. However, once you zoom out and get out of downtown into, Park Hill, Mayfair, everywhere like that, we are back in business. Everything is going very, very strong. And of course, the other big factor to look at is the buyers. Buyers right now are more qualified and they're getting a lower interest rate. So borrowing money is actually cheaper. So you can borrow a larger amount of money this year than you could last year due to these low interest rates. And the Federal Reserve is looking at keeping those rates pretty low right up until 2022 right now, as we look at the reports coming out of Wall Street. But we will start to see those interest rates climb up a little bit, hopefully as a vaccine is found for the virus and as the economy improves and gets back to where it was last year. So lots of numbers as always in a market update. Feel free to reach out for some more in-depth information. Really what's happening right now is if you're looking to sell your house, there is no better time in the history of Denver to do it. Sell your house. If you're looking to do it, reach out. If you're looking to buy a home, it can be a tedious process right now. It can be a little more challenging, but it is still doable. So reach out, let's have those conversations, and I'll see you next month for another market update. Take care.